Hey, what's up going on, guys? P90 here. I wanted to do a series on TOS format. TOS format is Thunder Orca Salad Striker. This format is one of the, also known as the Eternal format, is one that a lot of people are starting to find interest in. There was actually an event, a side event at YCS Vegas, the 3v3, with TOS format. So this is one that I was interested in. I played Thunder during this. I played True Draco coming into the format, and then when Shifter and Nibiru were released, I played Thunder. Um, I'm not going to show you the deck list yet. I do have some replays here on EDO Pro that I want to run through, and I'm very rusty with this deck, and it feels lackluster compared to a lot of the decks that we have now. Remember, this is not full power, but pretty close. So we are going to load a couple of these replays, and we're going to watch through here. Okay, so right here we open Duo Hawk Fusion Allure Allure. This is full combo if I remember right. However, I think I do end a little lackluster here. I'm going to let this play. You're going to start with the Allure. You're going to go right into the Kaminari. I'm going to Allure because I have the Dark, and that gives me a starter with Gold Sark. I banish the Roar. Roar summons the Dark. Hawk effect special the Roar. I go right into a Colossus Dark effect to add the Thunder Dragon Fusion. I go into Colossus here, and then I'm going to pause that right there. So I go into the Colossus. Now this would have not been possible during this format. Remember, we still had to have the links before we could do anything. Um, After the Colossus, I go into the Titan. I do have an Ash in hand just in case. I've got a Solar for next turn, a Thunder Dragon Roar that I'm going to have to banish off this Allure, and then I pretty much pass turn there. I do go into the last, um, well, not the last, but my second Titan and pass there. So they'd have to deal with double Colossus, double Titan. That's a very difficult board to break. The next replay here, this is a much better hand starter wise because you open aloof. We struggled having any normal summons in this deck. So if they would do something to the aloof on normal, it made it very difficult. Yeah, I preferred to play Battery Man. I'm using somebody else's deck list here, but he was one of the top Thunder players of this format. Anyway, you're going to start with aloof here, banishing one of the darks. I do know that. When dark is banished, this for cost. It's chain 1 roar, or chain 1 dark, chain 2 roar. You add and special. I think I did that backwards there. You link it to the Linkuriboh, and then we're going to pause right here. So after you link it to the Linkuriboh, you add your other orb. Um, Continuing, you're going to go into Thunder Dragon Fusion for 3 and set 1 pass. So this is okay, and I wanted to go Titan here because I had 2 quick effects that I could activate. And Titan is not a once per turn, it just has to react directly to the card being activated. Um, Next here, this was not a very good hand. I start with the Matrix, I pretty much go right into Linkuriboh. Um, Hawk is going to special that Matrix back, and that allows me to go into Colossus, and you end a lot of boards like this. Colossus would have actually been here. With Phantasme and an Orb in hand, it's an okay hand. It forces them to react to one Colossus, which I played the deck. I felt like it was very easy to react to one Colossus, but some people would disagree with that. We've got 2 more replays here. So in this hand, I open double hand trap, but I open, that's all I need is the Allure. Allure is going to activate Banish the Dark, and we'll see what we draw here. Okay, so Banish the Dark, it's going to, let me see if I can do it one step at a time. Yes, I add the fusion here. Um, I draw more hand traps. I have 4 hand traps now in this hand. Um, we pretty much pitch, I'm going to let it play full speed, pretty much pitch Thunder Dragon twice. You don't want to pitch it once and add 2 because then your Thunder Dragon Fusion's alive. I'm going to put all 3 back. Titan, set the M perm, and pass on 3 hand traps. That would have still been pretty difficult to break. This right here is a pretty decent hand. You open both starters. I do mess up here, and I think I start the aloof, and I feel like I should start the Battery Man, but the aloof is still full combo here because you're going to banish your dark for cost and banish the roar from deck. Roar 1, dark 2. Dark adds the hawk. Roar specials the orb. Hawk is going to special 1 back. You go your summoner. and then you add the Roar, or add the Matrix, sorry, and then Chaos, or regular Thunder, you go into the Colossus, and then you go into Titan, and I have a quick effect orb here with the Thunder Dragon. Like I said, we were playing somebody else's deck list. I am going to go ahead and delete these. His name is Alex Vargas. He was very good. He topped the UDS prior to playing Thunder Dragons. He did play Thunder Dragons. This was the profile that was posted on Team Sam. If you follow Team Sam decks, this is his list that he played. This is my TOS format series. He played 3 Thunder Dragon. He played 3 Dark. He played 3 Roar, 3 Orb, 3 Hawk, 2 Duo. It's a very Thunder Dragon heavy lineup. I like it. I did not play 3 Hawk. I did only play 2 Hawk. And I did not play the Aloof. I did play the Solar. So you only want to play 2 Fusion. 3 Fusion's very bricky. Remember, Fusion can be banished, and then you can search any Thunder monster. That's going to be important here in a few minutes. Your normal summons, you play 2 Aloof, other than your Orb, you play 2 Aloof, 2 Solar. Remember, Solar, you didn't get to see it in the video here, but when a Thunder monster is specialed, it specials a token, and that's really what got you into your triple Colossus inboard, which I did not get to showcase. 3 Phantasme. Phantasme was amazing against Striker, pretty much an auto shutdown. You always had cards in your hand. You saw that one hand, I even had 4 hand traps, including a Phantasme. Nibiru was a blowout card during that format. It was just released in the August Megatins. Being able to play Nibiru with a going first deck was huge. Ash was a staple. You're playing Striker, you're playing Orcus, you're playing Salad. Yeah, Ash was not very good against Salad, but Nibiru pretty much said, here's a rock, pass your turn. Played triple Imperm, 3 Allure, which is a starter, and he did play 2 Instant and 1 Gold Sark. Gold Sark is probably the best card in the deck, in my opinion. And I do not say that lightly, considering what these cards do. Dark's going to add your Fusion or any Thunder monster or Thunder card. Thunder Dragon Roar is going to special 1. Hawk is going to re-special from the grave. Duo is underrated here. I am going to read him. So, banish 1 card from your graveyard. Add 1 Thunder monster from your deck to your hand once per turn during your opponent's end phase. Target 1 of your banished card, place it on the top or the bottom of the deck. It's recursion, it's grind game, it's very good. On his extra, he played 3 Colossus, 3 Titan, Kaminari, and Thousand Eyes Restrict. That was standard. Everything else could be changed a little bit. Linkuriboh was standard. Summoner was standard. Soldier of Chaos was standard. Beat Cop was something that was not. I saw him play the Beat Cop, and I was really unsure why. The only thing I can think of is just to get the effects to proc. Again, like to get an Aloof or a Dragon Dark off the field. Let's say you open Gold Sark and Aloof, and the only card in your hand with the Aloof was an Orb. You have to banish it for cost, but then they can Ash the Aloof, or Imperm the Aloof. So then you would go Roar with the Gold Sark to summon the Dark, and now you link both away for the Beat Cop. The Roar is going to get you, or the Dark is going to get you your Fusion, and now you have 3 engrave here, or 3 banished. Banished or engrave. With that, you can go right into a Titan or a Colossus, and then you activate Beat Cop since it was used with 2 Darks. Target 1 face-up card in the field, place 1 patrol counter on it. If a card with a patrol counter would be destroyed by card effect or battle, remove it instead. So it kept your Colossus and your Titan alive, even more. Double Nightmares, this was pretty good. And then Borreload in the mirror match, it was the win. It was the auto win. For the side, he did not play Shifter. He played 3 Crow instead with Orcus and with Striker around. Crow was so useful. I chose to play Shifter, and if I would have saw this deck list when I was playing, I would probably would have switched. So being able to play 3 Crow instead of 3 Shifter is huge. 3 Crow allows you to play it at any time. Shifter is a first turn open or bust. Lancia was huge against Orcus, and the Mirror. Dino was running around everywhere too. Double Pank, and this is why this card is amazing, and why we play 2 Thunder Dragon Fusion, and why that banish is important. Dinko Sekka is a Thunder. So, Thunder Dragon Fusion says, you banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Thunder monster from your deck to your hand. Well, we could add Dinko Sekka, and I did this, to just shut down back row decks. If you know what they were playing, Eradicator is MVP. And if you didn't know what they were playing, you knew you were going second. And if Nibiru or Phantasme didn't work, like let's say they're playing a deck that's not going to link. Let's say you're playing Rogue. This isn't going to do it, but Mind Control would. So you'd swap those. Other than that, this is Alex Vargas's list. Again, it was posted on Sam's YouTube about 4 years ago. I felt like this was one of the best deck lists for pure toss format Thunder. I do look forward to doing a couple more of these videos with Striker, Orcust, and Salad. With that being said, I appreciate the support. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great night.